What an aspiring producer has to do in order to make a film adaptation of her beloved book. Meet Leslie Patterson and her relentless fight over All Quiet on the Western Front, a movie awarded on multiple occasions with BAFTA, Golden Globes and Academy Awards all included. And now, forget about this movie. It wouldn't exist if not for, well, triathlons. You see, producing a movie is full of peculiar rules. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away called Scotland, Leslie had a dream of adapting her favorite book read in high school. Already being a promising sportswoman, she went to Loughborough University to study English and drama. After giving up acting for good and sports for several years, she focused on screenwriting and producing. As a screenwriter, she was working with Ian Stokell, who shared her love to sports and All Quiet on the Western Front, as he himself has been in the military and had a grandfather who died during World War I. In 2006, they asked themselves, who has the rights of the novel? It turned out that Universal just got rid of them and no one else picked it up. All you needed to do was to pay $10,000 for them. And that's what Patterson did with the help of her husband, Simon Marshall. Little did they know that it was only the beginning of their 16 years long odyssey to actually make the movie. After obtaining the rights, Patterson and Stokell wrote the script and started to look for potential investors. However, they were very reluctant to finance the movie. It was about white men fighting with another white man. It was told from a perspective of losing side. Its protagonist dies at the end. Producers were shaking their heads, leaving screenwriters in no man's land. And the rights for the book needed to be renewed each year for at least $10,000. Leslie Patterson needed a way to obtain this kind of money. And how to do that? Well, you can win some triathlons. For those who don't know, regular triathlon is a combination of 1.5 kilometers swim, 40 kilometers cycling and 10 kilometers run. In 2007, Patterson came back to the sport in some style by winning Scottish National Championships. This success encouraged her to become a full-time triathlete as a way to keep paying for the rights for All Quiet. However, in the film world, there was no progress with finding investors. The breakthrough was close in 2011, with Mimi Leader set to direct the adaptation with Harry Potter, I mean Daniel Radcliffe. And disclaimer, Daniel is a super nice guy and a great actor, I just couldn't resist from making this joke and I finally have to see Swiss Army Man, okay? In the end, the film shooting didn't begin because of lack of money. This was a big blow for the filmmaking dreamers, but the worst was yet to come. In 2013, Patterson contracted Lyme disease and was unable to compete for more than a year. In 2015, her financial position was desperate. Winning a triathlon was a necessity in order to keep the dream alive. Being weakened after long-time side effects of the disease was already troublesome, but on a trial run, a day before the event, Patterson fell off her bike and broke her shoulder. I cannot imagine how painful that was. The dream was over. Unless she somehow decided to still not only participate in the race, but, well, also win it. And you know what? She did.
Say what?
The race has started and Patterson could only use one arm to swim. She finished the 1 mile stage dead last, 15 minutes after the leader, having broken shoulder. Then she entered her bike and stripped her arm to the handlebars. She rode the bike for 40 hilly kilometers and moved up to 4th position, still having broken shoulder. The last stage was 10 kilometers hill run and Patterson didn't stop advancing despite having freaking broken shoulder. She saw the current leader 2 kilometers before the finish line and overtook her in the final kilometer. She won the race. Her dream was still alive, and her shoulder still broken. Luckily, she later let herself recover from this injury, though she still needed to race for a few more years until streaming started to be seen equal to traditional model of cinema distribution. Only then she could successfully pitch the project that was eventually picked up by Netflix in early 2020 and turned out to be a worldwide success. But regardless of the adaptation, Patterson's story deserves its own documentary. Have you watched All Quiet on the Western Front? Let me know your thoughts, as I learned that screenwriters decided to make some substantial changes to the novel that may be seen as controversial. And if you're driven by curiosity like me, you can have a look at a South American tribe that doesn't use numbers higher than 5. Anyway, thank you for watching and have a nice day.